Hey guys, welcome back to Newegg TV and our coverage of Computex 2014. We're at the Asus booth and we're pretty much exclusively going to be covering the ROG area because we know that's what you guys enjoy. So much stuff to cover, but I'm going to start with this little guy right here. It's great. Haha, that's the Asus ROG Gr8. It is a mini PC. It is a console-sized PC, and as you can see, it's very, very small. It's integrated. You got all of the ROG types of bling features you want there, as well as the ROG Eye. Check out the connectivity there on the back. It's got a GTX 750 Ti in there. It's actually mounted to the motherboard, so there's a custom motherboard, and it's got a Core i7 in there, 1 terabyte of storage as well, with an SSD and a hard drive. So this is an all-in-one system. So you just buy it, it's ready to go. It's not like it's not like you have to add your own hardware or anything like that. And it's aimed for the living room and for folks who want to run console-type applications. So right now they have it set up with Windows 8, but you could easily turn this into a Steam machine. So if you're looking for an awesome Steam machine, definitely check this one out. Next up, we have a product a lot of folks have been asking for, and please forgive me while I blatantly refer to my notes because there's so many ROG products to talk about. This is the ROG Crossblade Ranger. We're expecting this in July or August. It is an FM2 Plus motherboard. That's right. So if you want a Kaveri processor and you want to build a high-end gaming system and you want your ROG goodness going on in there from Asus, then you're going to be all set. So basically, not to put too fine a point on it, but you're getting all of the good features that you might expect from the Z97 Ranger. So you've probably already heard about that one, but you get stuff like Fan Expert, Supreme Effects Audio, all integrated onto an FM2 Plus motherboard for all you AMD lovers out there. Next right here we have the Maximus 7 formula, and this is actually a custom build that was set up by Ace Finland. Really sweet demo system. As you can see, they've water cooled the whole thing. Now the feature that they're really talking about a lot here is the copper water block. So this has a name, the Cross Chill. Copper VRM block for the VRMs. Now Asus has done this because they got a lot of feedback from the previous version of the Maximus 6 formula. They wanted a better water block, so folks who wanted to integrate their water cooling loop could set that all up. So right here you can see, check it out. It's copper, it's finned. That's going to keep your VRMs nice and cool. Apart from that, you have all of the features you would expect from the Maximus 7 formula. I'm not going to list all of them here because there are way too many to mention, and JJ would just kill me if I missed any of them. But Supreme Effects formula, 2014 audio, 120 decibel signal to noise ratio, as well as all that stuff. The armor integrated, and just about one of the best Z97 motherboards you could possibly get, whether you want to talk about overclocking or gaming or just having a really sweet sweet looking red and black system. We also have this little guy right here, Maximus 7 Impact. Really excellent feedback from the Maximus 6 Impact of the Z87 variety. So they've stepped it up once again. I don't know how you wedge this much stuff into a mini ITX form factor, but not only do you have pretty much everything you saw from the Maximus 6 Impact, they're going to try to keep it at the same price points, but you have Supreme Effects Impact Audio daughter board integrated right there towards the bottom. Below that you have an MPCIe Combo 3 board. That's right, MPCIe Combo M.2 PCIe Gen 3x4. I have to read that again. Yes, Gen 3x4, because you don't need all the PCI Express lanes that you would have by multiple expansion slots like you would need for, say, a micro ATX or a full-size ATX board. They've said, hey, we got extra bandwidth. Let's go ahead and drop it in there. So once those SSDs are actually available, M.2, you're going to see insane transfer speeds. So you're going to have really fast system boot times and game load times and all that kind of good stuff. They've also integrated a fan riser on there, so you have four 4-pin fan headers on a mini ITX board, and there's nothing else. I'm going to call it right here. This is the best Maximus 7 Impact board ever, and Asus could never top this. Now, I said we're going to talk about ROG, but we also have Strix. Have you not heard of Strix? Well, that's because it's brand new. New series of gaming hardware, so we have stuff like peripherals here, brand new Strix 7.1 headset, DSP audio, really awesome breakout box here that can do stuff like routing through your speakers and that sort of thing. We're going to try to get as much of this into the Newegg TV studio as we can so we can bring you more details on it, but we just wanted to let you guys know that it exists. Moving on down the line here, we also have Strix silent gaming graphics cards. So these aren't necessarily aimed at overclockers or that sort of thing like the ROG series stuff is. This is aimed more at silent gaming, folks who want to get their graphics card going, who want a really excellent experience, a really nice design aesthetic, still going with the red and black, so it will match with your ROG board if you already got one of those. but a lot more options, and it's going to be a bit lower price point than the ROG stuff. So we can see a couple pretty sweet looking gaming setups they have here. A Crossfire, no, that's an SLI setup that they have going on for some smooth 4K gaming. And look, they even have cute little ones. I don't even know what GPU this is, but I just wanted to pick it up and show it to you guys. So here's a quick look at the Strix. Really silent optimized fans on these cards. So we'll be bringing you more information on those as well as soon as we can. And then next up, the next flagship fastest graphics card in the world, we can assume. This is actually the entire ARES family. So the ARES 1 right over there. We got the ARES 2, which I was fortunate enough to be able to play around with for quite some time. This here in the front is the ARES 3. Look how clean it is. This is going to be a limited edition, only 500 of these made. So basically the R9 295X2 with the Asus swag built in. So you have a full block across the entire card. It's all copper. They've somehow made it single slot. So you could buy 4 of these and plug them in and not actually use them. Only buy 2. Don't try to buy 4. You only want 2 of these. But AMD Hawaii XT GPUs in there, and somehow they've made it so clean, so nice, and hopefully we will get one of these in the studio. I really hope. But wait, there's more. Okay guys, quick segue here because I love storage so much and I love high-speed SSDs. If you don't have quite the bandwidth you need for your brand new M.2 PCI Express Gen 3x4 SSD, which surely they will come out with eventually, well hey, you can just get a riser card from Asus. Look, they've got it right here. They said it's pretty much ready, Gen 2 and Gen 3 compatible. Pop it into one of your PCI Express expansion slots, and then drop in your high-speed SSD, and you have insanely fast storage. And now we come here to the last product in this video, and we saved it for the last because I lied to you about only focusing on ROG products. I know I already broke that promise, but we need your feedback right here. Do you guys like the Asus TUF series of motherboards? I like the Asus TUF series of motherboards. They have the sort of military aesthetic going on. Well, Asus has listened to their fans who really love the aesthetic but want perhaps, I don't know, a different color scheme, that sort of thing. They've created this. This is the Sabranco, which is saber-tooth and bronco, which is portmanteau of saber-tooth and bronco, the Portuguese word for white. Fantastic. So we have a white, sort of a winter military color scheme going on here. They've gone so far as to actually make white PCBs on the board, which is very difficult to do and do properly when you talk about motherboard manufacturing. Now these are just some limited edition runs that they did just for the show here. They have a really cool system set up with it down here as well, and I think it looks freaking amazing. If you guys think the same thing, let us know in the comment section down below, because Asus is asking for feedback on whether people will be interested in purchasing these motherboards. So if you think this is awesome, let them know, let us know, and hopefully they will make them so that we can bring them into the studio and make even more awesome, sick-looking white builds. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. We've been covering the Asus booth here at Computex 2014. If you are interested in more coverage, then check out our channel. We have tons of videos. I'm going to go sit down and take a nap, and we'll see you all very soon.